Hello everyone, welcome to Secrets of Saltmarsh. This is a Greyhawk Patreon campaign featuring all of these lovely patrons that you see here on the screen. Shout out to all of our Patreons. Because of them, everything that we do here is possible. All of the 1-shots, 2-shots, 3-shots, marathons, everything under the sun. Thank you very much. If you want more information on what you can get from being a Patreon, you can use !Patreon in chat. We also have a YouTube. You can find all the previous episodes of Secrets of Saltmarsh over there, as well as our other campaigns. If you would like to interact with this game, there's a couple of different ways you can do so. You can redeem channel points for free to grant a blessing or advantage die, a reroll to the player of your choice. Or if you'd like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things to the player of your choice. We're going to go ahead and just jump right into it. Tell me who you are, where we can find you, and who you're playing today. And we will start off with Zombie.
Me? Okay. Hello, I'm Jacob, I'm Zombie, I'm Z. I'm just your name said to call me. I'm the Lore Keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips, put that up to your own discretion. Today, I play Finn Carson, Ranger Researcher, who, we are getting ready for some fun little, shenanigans that are coming up. Gearing up for some stuff, and he wants to try and figure out, like the rest of the crew, kind of figure out what the best way of going about this whole situation is going to be, see if we can get some more information. I didn't mute my phone, I apologize.
You're fine. Listen.
Listen. Like it is 100% associated with her now. Every time I hear it, I know it's her. Yeah, so we're gonna find out. I don't know if we're gonna do what we're doing today, so I'm gonna be surprised to see, or I'm gonna be anticipating to see what we're gonna actually do today, if we're gonna start anything or what, but it'll be fun. If you're so inclined and you would like to, you can follow me on Blue Sky or on Twitter, whatever your preference is, at ZombieFighter89. If you go there, there's a pin notification. In that notification, there's a link. You click on it, and it takes you to a Google Doc sheet. And the Google Doc sheet's all the different random work I've done in the past, including highlights, compilations, and promo videos for this game and the other games that I'm in, which I'll promote at the end of the show. Also, if you're looking for any work, if you are one person who does a lot of D&D games or other things as well, but D&D seems to be kind of the hot specialty one right now, and you're like, man, it'd be really cool to have like glass breaking or a door or any of these little oddities in these games, and you're like, I kind of want to, it kind of be cool to add little, elements to the game. I'm your guy, because I've been trying to practice on doing those more often with the promo videos and stuff. Like this one that we just came out with today, when Azura dropped the mirror, I put a little glass shatter as soon as Stella said like crack and shatter, so it kind of themed with it. So yeah, if there's anything you're interested in, or you know anyone who's interested in hiring someone for that, please let me know.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to Endicarus.
Hello there, I'm John, also known as Endicarus on the internet, and you can find me on just about any social media you care to look at under the name Endicarus. But today I'll be playing Pole of Ammonfort, who is a warlock whose patron is the Greyhawk deity Heward, who is a peaceful guy and doesn't want anyone to get hurt. So Pole makes it his point of survival not to ever cause harm to individuals, including animals. The only people he kind of will smack down are like constructs or undead or something like that. But for the most part, he'll try and use his magic to break up the fights or to make it easier for his friends to win without having him take a life himself. That's his thing. He's also a collector of little people, little animals, and fairies, and talking lobsters, and who knows what else. He tries to make friends with anybody he meets if he can, and sometimes they end up tagging along. So we'll see what the whole menagerie gets up to today.
Pole of Ammonfort, friend of all. I love it. Thank you so much. Our other Tim, GodfatherWraith, will unfortunately not be joining us this session, but may possibly be joining us for the next one. Miss you, Tim. We're thinking about you, and we wish you were here. We will pop on over past the question marks. Who could it be? Don't know. Clearly, this seat's not already taken by someone very interesting, and they might show up next session and play not actually their character because we're not quite ready to get there yet, but they might play a different character in the meantime. We'll see what happens. You'll just have to tune in on our next episode. But at the table today, we have Igneal.
Hello there. My name is Igneal Blazeheart. You can find me over at Blue Sky at ignealblazeheart.bluesky.com. Tonight I'll be playing Astra Dija, who's a Shadarkai noble cleric. It has not been revealed what type of noble or any things like that he is. With I'm looking forward to seeing what we discovered tonight in this mansion that we totally walked in because the door was open by us.
Yes. I appreciate the little message that you put into our group chat there, because I totally forgot that last time we discovered a winged flying monkey that we named Nuts. So there's that.
Best companion right there.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. All right, what music are we gonna put on for today?
We want happy, not anything no one's gonna get hurt music.
Nope.
That's what we want.
That's not it.
Damn it.
That's not
Monkey
it.
music.
What's this
At
song?
least Finn won't fall so easy this time. Put a
That's
little
way too scary. Hold on. I think I accidentally... Oh, there it is. I was like, why can't I find my music? All right. Last time on Secrets of Saltmarsh, we made our way into City Hall and we had our first conversation with Rashlen. It is there that you met this strange, cold-eyed leader of the council. And perhaps for the most interesting turn of events, you've been invited to his home. He requested that you visit sometime in the afternoon, early afternoon, if possible. But while you were there at City Hall, the party decided to dive deeply into the public documents available to you to try to discern what information you can find about these elected officials that are in power here in the Styes. You discovered some interesting financial information. And afterwards, an evening visit was made over to Rashlen's home. As previously mentioned, the door was definitely unlocked as you made your way inside and found a number of strange creatures. Not entirely beasts, but entities from another plane of existence. Cole, however, had made very quick work of them, as is his style. You found some documentation regarding a business deal with Mr. Dory. Our session last time ended with Asra finding a mirror, and it gave you a vision of some kind, coming from the perspective of the Lantern Ghost Killer's victims. And you came to the realization that every person who saw the killer, when they died, the last thing they saw was a face. But every time, it was a different face. Astra, you crumple to the ground as this painful realization washes over you. You feel the flurry of blades, the snapping of necks. These people all died in different ways and were taken out by different people. That split second of pain, it echoes through you. What do we see from Pole and Finn as Asra crumples, screaming?
I think Finn, thank you. I think Finn will look over to where, like, I heard the glass drop, right? So then I know that I see him. Right? Okay, so I will probably run over to him and I'll go, "Are you okay?" As he's like running over and goes to like maybe touch him, maybe to try and comfort him the best he can.
I felt all of them. So many stabs.
Who was stabbing you?
All of them.
Who's them?
The killers.
Oh, and he's thinking about it, and he's like putting in. Is it the ghosts?
The lantern killers. Not one. It's many.
That explains a lot. All right. Are you okay though? Do we need to get you back to the ship or?
I will be fine. Give me a moment.
Okay, and then Finn will back away to give space.
For all intents and purposes, we'll say that Garen is here. I don't personally feel comfortable role-playing other people's characters, so Garen is always there being useful, doing useful stuff. So we're just going to fade him into the background for now.
I mean, Garen's always in the shadows anyway.
So
I have seen and felt all of the lantern killers' murders. Every time, the killer looked different. Every time, he stabbed someone else. Every time, the victim was different.
Stella?
Yes?
I'm not sure if I should make a roll for this or not, but player mind that sounds like a shapeshifter. But I'm wondering if Finn would know what a shapeshifter is, or if he's experienced them in the past with him dealing with zombies, looking up stuff. I figured he would have, but I just wasn't sure if, like, I'm trying to not connect the two, because I was like thinking, wait.
So what we can have Finn do here is you can roll a history or a nature check. You'll get different information depending on which one you choose.
Both are 6, so we'll go history. I like history. Oh, no, just don't like me, though.
Okay, an 11. With an 11, I think it makes total sense if you want to assume that maybe it's a shapeshifter. I'll say with an 11, though, your knowledge of shapeshifters is extremely limited. It's limited to maybe like bedtime stories you might have heard. Maybe you've seen like a bounty poster at some point, but you've never hunted one. You've never had a very long conversation with one. So if you ever met one, you don't know.
Right. I guess, yeah, for me, I guess this works because my thought would be, this sounds like stuff I've heard that shapeshifters do. So I feel like my knowledge is well enough I can ascertain that. So Finn will go, I never met a shapeshifter before, but do you think that this is the auto shapeshifter? Because if we keep writing descriptions, and the police keep writing descriptions of this is what the person looks like, this is what the person looks like, it's always going to be different.
And Paul has another idea.
Oh?
His idea is that these are all people that we might still be able to find, all these aggressors, but they might all be possessed, charmed by somebody to do this thing. But maybe he doesn't know about that either, so if you want him to make a roll, he can do that.
Yeah.
No.
With this, I'll say you can do Arcana, you can do, let's see, Arcana, Nature, yeah, let's do that. One of those.
All right. We'll do Arcana then. He's not good at either of these things.
Oh no, sorry. With a 5, you can probably make that assumption or, that theory if you want, Paul. I will say, though, that you have no idea what the logistics of something like that would require.
Yeah, like it could be a demonic possession or something. Someone gets inhabited or someone takes over their mind or something. Could be that. And I think you could maybe tell, the way you could tell is if we can find some of those people that you saw, right? If we can find 2 different ones, then it's not a shapeshifter, it's something else.
Could be. I mean,
doesn't.
it did infect his mind, so possibly it could be something, and maybe that might make him a little bit more sense. Because he had a
I guess
reaction to
I
it just
mean,
looking in the mirror, and that something obviously was getting in the brain and tinkering around in there.
I
yeah,
begin
and
to
maybe it's like not. It could be something not even supernatural. Maybe there are just that many murderers. It could be. I think it seems unlikely. There's like a conspiracy of so many people, all going out to do a killing. But I mean, that's what Assassin's Guild is, isn't it? Why they pick these people, though, I don't know.
Igneo Blazeheart, thank you so much for the 2 blessings to Igneo Blazeheart.
I like that. What was
Hey,
your
you're
full
allowed
name?
to do that. You earn
Oh,
it.
I've done it. I have done it. That's silly.
I was trying to do only one. Can I move one to zombie?
Yeah, of course.
I was
okay.
it's not going through. I'm like spam clicking.
You're good. Yeah,
Okay,
so you
I'll
can take
one.
those pocket rerolls. They do expire at the end of the session, so be for sure to use
Mhm.
them. Yeah, so as you're standing here in this room, Asra, the pain begins to subside, almost like a migraine finally passing. You can feel echoes of it. You feel a bit sore from the convulsions that had shaken you. Most of it has subsided by now. And again, a group of you are met by the quiet of the room.
Now,
You don't hear anything.
do I remember their shadows?
I will say that it was a quick flash of series of faces, so it was very difficult to tell.
Fair enough. Can I analyze the way they killed and the way they their mannerism?
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
I felt every single one and their
Oh,
feelings.
yeah.
Can I try to insight if it was the same person disguised or if it was different mannerism, like a multitude of different people?
Yeah, go ahead and either roll history or investigation. I'll give you different information.
We're gonna go with history, and I shall use the blessing.
Okay. You don't need to use the blessing. You can hold on to it. You rolled a 24. Okay. With a 24 history, I will say that looking at all of the different ways that people died and how it felt, there was no consistent pattern with how they were killed, but you do realize that all of it seems really messy and it seems disorienting. Like it seems like this was not coordinated, that they were not experienced killers.
It seems that the killers were not experienced. It's very messy, very bloody. Could be hired help, or they could be mind control or something like that. But it was definitely not professional.
Mind control. Wasn't the head guy that we're trying to stop, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Was
Mr. Dory?
Mr. Dory, yes. Was he have you heard any stories about that from Mr. Dory before? Or maybe he's, telling people or kind of conniving people that kind of, because I know there's only like a certain number of people that come in and see him from what we gathered.
I would say those are really good questions, but none of you knew Mr. Dory before you came here, so it's kind of hard to tell. You would probably think that Rashlen might know the answers to some of those questions. If you can find him.
Do you have a number? Like, how many times did you feel these murders happen? I know there's a certain number were recorded, and then some of them weren't recorded.
Oh, that's true. How
Ooh,
many stabs
okay.
did you feel?
With a 24 history, yes, you would remember. So we'll say that from the information that was given to you from Master Rephram, you saw his conspiracy board, right? There was a reported 10 murders. Astra, you definitely felt at least 15.
69.
Got him. Got him.
Ah.
Probably, okay, I'll give you a definitive, with a 24, I'll give you a definitive number. I'll say that it's 20. 20 people have died.
20 people died horribly. Most are not even remembered.
Mm-hmm.
What was the
We're
number we
betting.
were given? Do
10?
we remember what number we were given officially?
Yeah, because you all saw the conspiracy board. It was 10.
That's half.
Right, and
It's a big
the
difference.
conspiracy board, he had the places where they were killed, right? Or at least where the bodies were found. And you were in those places. We could maybe tabulate which ones happened that are recorded that by the places they were. We can get you familiar with the town a little bit more. Maybe we can walk to some of these places, see where the scenes happened, if you can remember that.
I will say that because there were so many, it was a very fast blur of events. The most recent one, the very first one, was the longest that you were able to have focus on. And you would be able to pinpoint that is probably the person who was most recently killed. The rumored killing, which is... Let me pull that up for
And
you.
this is the one of what happened after the execution.
Correct.
Hmm.
Let me pull that up.
What did their killer look like for the most recent one?
It didn't look... That person did not look anything like Jarmy, the description of Jarmy that you were given. It was a red-haired woman.
Just so Astra doesn't forget, he'll start to describe the faces of all the people he remembers to the party while they're still fresh, their descriptions and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you share all of that. I imagine, knowing Garen, you would probably write it all down. So for all intents and purposes, if you need to recall this information later, you can.
Yeah. Cole will actually take out his lute and try to work with you to get visual impressions of each of these people. At least with obvious things like red hair, or they had a blue tunic, or they had a wart on their nose, or anything that comes out. He'll try to turn that into a narrative that he can recreate, because he does things not by writing things down, but from repetition, memory, giving himself poetic tags.
The description that Azra gives you about the most recent kill, it sounds like it's near the water in the alchemist quarters, so not far from Master Rephram's house.
What was the distance between the one that Master Ephraim's friend was accused of doing versus like where this one is? Is it like a distance, or does it seem like it's near the same?
They're not close to each other.
Okay.
It'd be basically on different sides of the district.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm just like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to share this information with the kids. They know this town. They see people going around.
Yeah.
They might know the person here that you described to me, and then they can tell us if it's a real person that they've seen, and they can tell us about the place before they go there, so they can give us directions to the place, because we don't really know how to get around.
Can I get perception checks from all of you? Ooh, a 21 from Paul, 23 from Astra, 16 from Finn.
Yay.
There's a moment in your conversation where there's just a natural pause between the three of you conversing. And all at once, all three of you hear a something creaking to the north.
All right. Let's see what is.
As the group of you begin to poke your head out, you don't see any traces of the monkey. And it seems to have maybe come from this window or possibly the courtyard beyond. It's a bit hard to tell. You're not alone. You are more than welcome to move your tokens as you like. We're gonna assume that Garen's
I
just
can't see
following
the
you.
map.
Yeah, I'm still on the.
Oh,
Fish.
that's so funny. Look at me assuming you can see things. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. You were so patient. All of you were so patient. You were just waiting and nicely.
Mhm.
And I would have been like, I can't see shit.
Theater of the mind. You got
Yeah.
this.
I want you to remember this map, you know, that we from the game we played last time.
Mhm.
So that
All right.
door that you're approaching, it is locked from your side, so you can unlock it if you want.
Hey, Garen, let's look for it if this is trapped.
Garen looks, it's not trapped.
Okay. I listened to the hallway. Any footsteps?
No. This hallway seems quiet.
Is this door locked as well?
So that is a window. You see that there
That's a
are
window.
these red curtains. You're able to pull it aside, and you can see beyond is what appears to be some kind of enclosed garden. You see outside that it's starting to get dark. It's probably around maybe like 6 p.m. now. As the group of you begin to shuffle on, thank you so much, Zombie Fighter 89, for 5 cards. Everyone gets a card. Okay, so in case you don't remember how to play the game, all you gotta do is tell me when to stop. I'll tell you if
I
it's
thought
a
we
good
would get a
card.
break from this. Sweet.
Mm.
No.
Nope. We actually
Zombie's
have
filling
one.
in.
Yeah, thank you so much, Zombie. And we actually have a
Mhm.
card for Garen. So I'll go ahead and draw Garen's for him.
Ooh.
Ooh, he got a good card. Okay.
Gotta have you draw for us more often.
Yeah.
Do you want me to draw one for you, Zombie?
Sure, why not? For fun.
Okay, that was a good card. That was a good
See?
card. All right, John.
All right, give me a good card
Good
now.
card. Okay. Oh, that was a bad card.
Ah!
Oh man. Well, do over then. I wanted a good card.
Yeah, do over. Okay. Igneal.
All right. Please give me a good card too. No.
I think the now was the draw.
Oh, my bad. Now. Okay, that's a good card.
There we go.
Oh,
See?
I-
It's worth the wait.
I meant you pick it, but you.
Oh,
picked
my
it.
bad. And then a
Yeah.
card for me.
Oh, I misunderstood it too. So.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand
Hey,
you.
I'll take it.
All right. Put these in the right order here. Okay.
Maybe one of us got a night card and we can have yet another friend.
Nope, there's no night cards. Okay.
No.
I told you we gotta combine the night cards, so you go from like a 2-star pet to a 3-star pet.
Oh, like
Yeah.
team fight tactic. Oh my
Yeah.
god, just upgrading and companions.
Yeah, upgrade the pets, the
That's so
companions. yeah.
funny.
You could get a new companion, or you can get a silver companion.
Yes, silver star. Cole, as you're looking out into the courtyard, can I get a perception check from you?
Yes.
A 6. Okay, I'll say that it seems extremely shadowed here. You can see that there's a large tree, and there's clearly what is a greenhouse off to the left here, and it is fogged up. You can probably surmise that it's meant to be climate controlled in there, so it's difficult to see anything inside. And the courtyard sort of bends around the greenhouse here, so it seems quiet. Nothing really jumps out at you. Okay. Astra, as you move down the hallway, you can see that there is another door. Where's my tool? Reveal. At the end of the hallway.
Oh. There's a building to the right side here.
Yes, you would have been able to tell that that was like a kitchen.
Mm,
Like,
interesting.
Finn will probably come up slowly behind, only because the last time he entered a room, it started a whole big program. So he's like very much like being extra cautious about his steps to try not to accidentally start a fight.
Yeah, as you're heading towards the hallway where Astra is in, you can see that there are a number of windows that open out into the courtyard as well.
Guidance.
Okay.
Hey, Garen. Help me look for traps. And
Okay.
unlocking doors, please.
Yeah, Garen will automatically do these things for you. Wait, let me pull up Garen's sheet. Let me see what his modifier is. It's something ridiculous.
It's a very isn't that I think that's one of his high stats.
He's got like expertise, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He only has a +6 to sleight of hand. He's got a +14 to stealth. That's wild.
That's the one. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about lockpicking?
Oh, right. That's separate. Hold on.
Tools.
Yeah.
That is separate. That's
Thieves'
right.
tools, if he has expertise.
+10. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As the two of you begin to make your way down the hall, can I get perception checks from both of you?
Mm.
5 from Finn. A 25 from Astra. You are passing down this hallway with windows looking out into the courtyard. Finn, you don't quite see anything interesting. But Astra, something catches in the corner of your eye. You see movement out in the courtyard. But when you turn to look, you see whatever it was, it must have moved behind the tree.
There's something behind that tree.
It looks like the only way to get out into the courtyard is to go through the greenhouse. You can see that there is a door here. And there's a door that leads further into.
Is this a door outside? The
No,
right side east?
no.
Just a window?
Yeah.
Going outside.
Paul is going to go over here and check this door for traps.
Hmm.
We haven't checked this one yet.
Okay.
And if
It
it's
is not.
okay, he's gonna. All right. He's gonna open it up and. Hey, Nats, wanna come along? We're gonna check out the rest of the place.
You see a small flying monkey just swoop. Whoosh.
And then, yeah, he'll come along, join the rest of them.
Okay.
No, it's this way. And
Is this
I'm speaking to him, so he should be able to speak back to me if he has anything to say. I'm speaking with animals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the sake of time, if you want to go investigate the kitchen, there's nothing in the kitchen. It's just a part of the... I'm recycling this map, basically. And so there's a wall there. There's no window or anything. No door.
Okay. Looking for traps.
Okay.
Guns.
Right. I'll roll just in case there's a 1. Nope, that's definitely not a 1. Garen opens the door. Yeah. That work? Okay.
Oh.
There appears to be a small alcove here.
What's on this table?
You just see the tray. You can see that there is a basin full of water, probably meant to wash hands or to wash your face. And there appears to be a very lush, comfortable couch here. There's a window that looks out into what appears to be a garden. As you're looking around, go ahead and roll me perception checks. It's a 6 from Pol, a natural 20 from Finn, 23, and a 16 from Astra.
I was telling myself, I'm like, if I roll
Right,
bad
19.
again,
Astra.
I'm gonna like use my reroll. But then the second I say that, I get a nat 20.
So Finn, as you are looking around, you can see that sitting on the floor next to this, like, it's basically like a small cabinet, and then it has the stuff on top of it. You see on the ground, kind of half hidden behind it, is what appears to be a small potion bottle. It is purple, and it seems to have these iridescent bubbles inside of it.
Ooh, purple.
Almost as if
Bubble tea?
someone was trying to hide it. Bubble tea, oh my god. Yep.
Purple boat.
It's boba. It's fantasy boba, but in
Hell yeah,
Greyhawk.
let's go. Does it look like it's corked?
Yes, it has a
Like,
cork on it, and it appears to be kind of like an oily kind of substance. Definitely not juice.
There's only one way to find out.
It's only juice if you're brave enough.
Can I tell what type of potion it is? Maybe I am proficient with a herbalism kit currently.
Yeah, go ahead and
have
roll
herbalism
your
kit.
herbalism kit.
I was gonna say Finn was gonna pick it up and try and look at it, but if Finn can hand it over to you to see if you want it, to see what it is.
Finn, you can roll Arcana as well.
Okay.
And if Pol, you're also looking, you can, or if you're doing something else, you can do that. Whatever you want.
Pol's looking,
Roll 20.
taking the cushions off the couch, seeing if anyone dropped any change down there.
Okay.
It's a wizard's house, so they might have dropped some cool wizard stuff out of their pockets when they're sitting on the couch.
All right, investigation from Pol. 6 Arcana from Finn. Finn, you have no idea what this is.
I'm gonna use my reroll just for fun.
Okay.
Please. Hold on.
Go ahead and reroll. A
14.
14.
Better
You
than
still
6.
don't know what it is.
All right. Well,
Oh, Pol got a 22 investigation. Okay, Pol.
you found pennies. You found 20 gold pieces.
Pol, you find a piece of paper tucked in between the cushion seats, and it is rolled up.
Nice. Well, that's interesting. Could be a scroll, magic scroll. Could be a magic scroll that's a trap. So, someone want to detect magic on it? Can anyone do that?
I don't think you have anyone in here. Can Astra do detect magic?
I don't think I brought it. Let me double check. Nope, I did not bring it today.
No, I think that was like KV's thing. KV's on
it
the
totally
ship.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
All right. What the heck? I'll open it anyway, but I'll do it away from everyone else in case it blows up.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back. I'll take the scroll back, way back
So the
around this corner.
monkey sits on the cushion
Yeah,
there.
you stay back. I'll get all of my charges to stay back with them too. The lobster, the mouse.
You
the
just start
pixie.
you like a Looney Tunes cartoon. You
Yeah.
start pulling animals out of your clothes, and you just make a pile of
A
them.
lantern spirit. Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
stay back. Hang on. and then I'm gonna open up the scroll.
Okay. As you open up the scroll, you can see that there's some ink on it. I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Dexterity save. All right.
10. Okay.
Not
Hole.
usually enough.
You open the scroll, and as you do, you see what appears to be ink that is in the shape of like a shield of some kind. But the way that you open it, it makes the ink begin to run, almost as if oil on a surface. It literally just slides off, and it begins to drip down your arm. As it does this, you feel almost as if it's like a hand grabbing you. There is a pressure on your skin, and try as you might to try to shake it off, it has clung to you. And you see it slowly, as it's dripping down, it reforms that shield shape onto you, almost like a tattoo.
All right. But a tattoo ain't so bad. I mean, this isn't when I would have chosen, but it's pretty cool. So I'll go back. Hey everyone. It was
Hello?
a scroll of tattooing. I got a tattoo now.
Oh,
I showed them my
Oh.
shield tattoo on my arm.
When I look at it, does it just look like a normal tattoo? Does it glow? Like, what do we see on the arm?
I think as whole you display your arm here, it's gonna expend a charge. And you can describe what this looks like. But the effect will be, since you're showing it to Finn, it's gonna throw Finn 10 feet back.
Of course.
All right.
What a nice
So,
Wah!
Yeah, I think it just, it expands, like it looks like a shield, and it's gonna stay like a shield. It's gonna grow out into the size of a great big shield, and then bam, it's gonna push you back as if someone had slammed you with a shield, their forearm.
Yeah, Finn, you don't take any damage, but you do land right on your ass as you're flown back 10 feet. Probably knocking Asra back as well.
Whoa.
I had the thought in my head with the Looney Tune theme we did a little bit. When you said Looney Tune, it just made me think of like those like things that expand out. It's got like a little spring behind it, and it's just this like giant round or shield, just like
Boxing glove?
yeah, like the
Yeah.
boxing glove.
That's totally what I was thinking too.
I
Yeah.
I fall on the couch and I'm just holding Finn in my arms. We're just both on the couch. He's like flying. He's like, "Are you all right, Finn?"
I think so. That was a good catch. Thank you.
Well, lucky this fancy couch was here.
And yeah, and
Mhm.
Paul would just be laughing as well. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but oh man, you should look at you. It's so funny.
That's a nice tattoo.
Is the tattoo still there, or is it used up?
It's still there. Okay, so here you go.
All right, I'll pull my sleeve down.
For all intents and purposes, so I don't have to keep track of it, it's now your problem. You can add barrier
All right.
tattoo to your inventory. You regain 1d3 charges every dawn. When you attempt to push a creature within 5 feet from you, you can expend 1 charge to push it an additional 5 feet, knocking it prone or both.
Nice.
That's
Sorry,
amazing.
so
That's a,
it's 5 feet plus prone or 10 feet. Or both. You get to choose.
So-
It currently has 2 charges remaining right now. But it
Well, I almost
regains.
went prone.
Yeah.
Of course.
Asra, with your herbalism, that was a 11?
I'm assuming it's intelligence based. I can roll 20 first.
Okay, no worries. 11. I'll say you don't know what it is either. It's definitely a magical potion of some kind.
We'll wait till the show.
It doesn't seem like a bomb. It doesn't seem like if Finn drinks it, he's gonna explode.
Alright,
Yay!
Dip your finger in 1 drop and then put it in your gum to test it.
Are you being serious right now?
No.
Didn't think so. And Finn will take it and just put it in his backpack.
Okay, you can call it mysterious purple potion, not poison. Potion. It's not poison.
Got it.
It's
Poison.
not
Purple poison.
poison.
Purple war poison.
No, it's
Purple-
not poison.
Not
Purple drank.
poison. Big
No.
not.
I have to. I'm not gonna like joke around with you because I'm not gonna remember if you have a different keyword. So it's a purple
That's fine.
potion.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. As Paul returns, the monkey flits back over to his shoulder.
Next door time.
Okay. So you can open this door. It's not locked. Appears to be another hallway.
A lot of hallways in this house. I check the couch for any more hidden items.
You can see that there appears to be a table and a vase shoved into the corner over here. There appears to be a door on your left. It continues down, and there's another door at the end of the hall that goes left, and then a door that goes south, presumably back into the dining room. Because you remember the dining room. In fact, I'll
Are
just
there
reveal it
flowers
to
in the
you.
vase?
Yes, they appear to be fresh.
I'm gonna pick up the flowers, look down into the vase, and see if there's anything in there besides
Okay.
water.
Investigation.
Right.
Good.
Go ahead
You
and roll
start
the
to get the
guidance.
feeling that Paul may have done more than one B&E in his career.
Paul knows what he's doing right now. Wow, that is a dirty
Some
20.
rich people keep stuff
23.
in flower vases. I don't know why. It's weird.
Okay, you do actually find something in this vase. You find an amulet. As you're pulling it out, I believe it was one of you saw. Can't remember who it was. One of you saw that Rashlen was wearing a necklace. But the necklace that you had seen on Rashlen, it had what appeared to be a desiccated animal claw or something like that.
Oh, it was a tattoo, I think.
Oh, a tattoo. Okay. Yes. So Astra, this looks very similar to that. Can I get perception or arcana checks from all of you?
Guidance.
On yourself?
Yes.
21 perception from Pole. 23 plus guidance. Astra. 24. And a 16 from Finn. Okay. Pole, as you're holding up this amulet, both you and Astra are able to determine that there is an illusion on it. As you go to swipe your fingers over the front of this amulet, it breaks the enchantment. And instead of this claw, you see a symbol of a grasping hand holding a broken coin, and the fingers are pointed upwards. Can I get religion checks from all of you?
Good.
Joan.
17 from Finn. Wow, double natural 20s
Ooh.
from Astra and 11
Boy.
from Pole. Wow, you should go buy a lottery ticket. Okay, so Astra, you're able to tell exactly what this symbol is. You can tell me how you know this. But this is the symbol of a god named Karel, who is the god of jealousy, revenge, and thievery.
One of his followers came to my town, and he became very jealous with one of my friends and began stealing his stuff, and then tried to steal his friends. Eventually, killed him, and stabbed him in his heart after there was nothing left to steal. And then eventually Astra and his family captured him. And he was one of the people that were executed in public one day, wearing the exact same symbol. Muted.
You are able to remember this as you're holding it. This is an amulet dedicated to that god, Karel. I'll say, Finn, you've seen this before, but you don't know what it is, and Pol, you've never seen this before.
Begin to tell them everything I know about this Karel. And that is not good. If this man of the house is a follower of his.
I always wondered what that was, but I was never able to pinpoint anything. Yeah, that's not good. If everything
Very
you told
likely
me...
he'll come for us. Yep.
Oh,
so if
fun.
we see him, it might be well, we'll see. It might be better to just take care of him, because these type of people will
Astra, I'll even go on to say that because you got a natural 20, that you also know that Karel is a popular favorite among a lot of thieves guilds. So usually it's a pretty well-connected god.
I think Finn will look over to Pol and go, if we ever have to face this god, I have a question for you, Pol. Have you ever banished a god before?
Yeah, just once though.
You have? Okay. Wasn't expecting that.
That's what
right, well
Sekala
then...
was.
Oh, right.
The shark god.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was an avatar of a god, but
It was, yeah.
not the god
Close
itself.
enough.
That would be different.
Close enough, yeah. Yeah, you're right, close.
Tomato, potato, right?
Okay, well, then we might have to do it to a real one this time.
Interesting. I didn't know you're one of Paul. You're one of the most powerful abjurers of our time, it seems.
Yeah, I don't really think I am, but sometimes you get lucky, mate.
But I've seen you banish the horrible things back to the void between the stars where they belong to. Don't sell yourself short.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, if it's easier to send things back to where they came from.
There was one time, though, that the Pol banished something and it reappeared because we were in where it was. But it gave us the chance to actually beat the thing versus us getting squished. So, it doesn't always send it away, like, poof, and we can move on, but we've had a really good success rate thus far.
Very good. Well, let us finish investigating this house, and before we have to deal with the Hall of Thieves Guild here.
Yay.
All right. Well, let's listen at this door and see if there's anyone moving around in there or talking or something.
You don't hear anything.
All right. Check the door for traps.
Okay. It is not trapped, but it is locked. Takes some time for
Yes.
Garen to unlock it. Here, I'll roll just in case it's a natural one. Oh, it's a natural one. Okay. Garen breaks a few lockpicks.
Look, mate. Here.
Use my
Wow.
tools.
Pol rolled a 10 for Thieves' Tools. I don't want to roleplay Garen, but I feel like there's probably a scene here of some kind as Pol and Garen are both trying to work this lock but struggling. You will notice, actually, in Pol, can you roll me insight? I think the reason why you're struggling with this lock is because you realize that Nuts is reacting to something. All right.
Well, what nut? Is there something in there we shouldn't see? What's up?
With a 10, you're not quite sure. All you see is that the flying monkey flies away.
Oh.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
That is foreboding.
Maybe he thinks his master's coming back. Or maybe he's scared of what's in this room. Maybe he knows what time he gets fed.
Well,
Most of my pets expect to be fed at the same time every day.
Let's try this door. Maybe this one opens easier. It leads in the same place.
Right.
Okay.
Check for traps.
There's no traps. Garen checks the traps. Well, go ahead and roll thieves' tools now that I know you've got them. 23.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Here. You open the door. It appears to be a guest room, and you can see that there is an adjoining door that probably goes into a washroom of some kind. This particular room is very dusty. It doesn't look like it's been used anytime recently.
Well, might as well check the cupboards.
Okay, roll me investigation. $21. Nice. 10 from Ashra. 14, sorry. Okay. So, well, as you're rooting around, you find a curious looking hat. It appears to be a fez.
Nice. Is it monkey sized or is it
No,
human sized?
it looks like it would fit you.
Okay. I'll put it on then.
There we go.
You put it on top
I
of your
put
other
my other
hat.
hat. No, I'm gonna take my other hat off.
Okay.
And put it in the haversack, and tell Buttons, okay, see what you like, see if you like the new digs, and hold it up so he can get under, and then put the cap on my head.
Okay. You have drawn
Oh no, it's my bad card hat.
Sun card.
I like the sun.
Okay.
Sun card's a good card. You have found an item. It's a wondrous item. It's called Just a Hat. It looks like it's normal and and has no apparent use, but it is magical and it has a curse.
Oh.
This curse is very minor, don't worry. When no one is looking at the hat, it changes into a different hat.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Right now it's a fez.
Oh, that's amazing. So much money you can save. You can have all the hats in the world and you only have to have one hat. It's the best.
Looks really good, the new pole.
Mhm.
Thanks.
14, Asra, you find a wooden box. It doesn't seem to have a hinge or a lid. As you pick it up, you can definitely tell there's something inside of it. It sounds like there's a wooden box. It sounds like there's something wood inside.
Hey, Garen, can you open this?
When you give it to Garen, Garen tells you there's no lock to pick. There's no lid. There's no hinge. There's clearly something wooden inside of this wooden box.
Does it have any seams or any like spots where like combines or anything?
Go ahead and roll me investigation. Finn, with your 11,
I'm digging under the bed to clarify.
under the bed.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because it seemed like everyone else went everywhere else, so I was like, I'm gonna go under the bed.
Okay. Under the bed, you find what appears to be a single metal gauntlet. So kind of like an armored glove, but it's for the right hand.
Hmm.
It's pretty big. It looks much larger than your own hand.
I think Finn will drag it from under the bed and slam it onto the bed. And
Oh,
go.
it looks like, okay, not that big. Not like
Oh,
Not like it
okay.
belongs to a giant, but maybe like an ogre, like something like a little larger than yours, not
Mhm.
like huge.
Mm. He'll set it down and he'll kind of like look at it and he'll say, "Oh, this looks pretty snappy. Wonder why they would have forgot it though." And he's kind of like looking it over. Does it look like it's been like worn or like it's seen battle before, or it's just like
It does have, it is kind of banged up. You can see that there are scratches on it. There's signs of wear, and it is very dusty. You can see that some monkey hair and some feathers have over time kind of accumulated underneath this bed, but you get the sense, yeah, it's very dirty. Astra, with that 19, you are able to tell that whatever this was, it was magically mended, which is why there's no seam, there's nothing. We'll have to figure out a way to crack it open.
Headbutt it, mate. That's what we do on the ship.
Crack it like a coconut.
Yeah. I think Finn will take the gauntlet and just try to like maybe put it in his backpack if there's room. If not, maybe he'd convince Paul to put it in the haversack.
Okay, no, you can throw it in your backpack, no problem. Like I
Okay,
said, it's not like huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of like if you were a size 10 shoe, if you tried to put on like a size 13 shoe kind of vibe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can make room then.
I'll take my longsword and then start. I make sure whatever item goes in to try to push it to like the left side of the
Yeah,
box.
you like tilt it.
And then just
Yeah.
yep, and then just bam,
Okay.
file at it a
This
little
is really loud as you're trying to break this. You get the sense it's gonna take you a while. What are the two of you doing as Astra begins this?
With him being preoccupied, I guess I'll go kind of where Paul is and try and see if maybe
We're gonna
that
try
door is
and-
already open or.
Okay. Yeah, the
Yeah.
door opens. It appears to be a bathroom.
Oh.
All right. Is this, does this bathtub have a drain? Is there actually plumbing, or is this like you would have to take buckets? And
Buckets. Yeah.
I see the bucket there. I'm gonna
Yep.
look in the bucket. I'm gonna look in the bathtub.
Okay.
See
It
if
doesn't.
anything.
Yeah, just off rip. It doesn't seem like it's been used in a long time. You can see that there's been a lack of maintenance in the bathtub.
With there not being a drain in the tub, would there still be like the sink here? Would this also be require a bucket of water to use then, or?
Yeah, it's not a sink like as we know it. It's more of just like
Yeah.
a bowl, basically.
I figured as much. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it clean though? Is there like scum on the bottom of it?
It looks like it's very
Like
dry.
water dehydrated?
Yeah, it's dehydrated,
Soap
it's
in it or whatever.
stained. It's in disrepair.
All right.
I'm not seeing anything under the sink or nothing, and I'm not going in the
Well-
other door, but I'll go through this one.
So yeah, the door to the privy opens. Finn, the door you try seems to be locked. And all the while the two of you are looking through the bathroom, you just hear the bang, bang, bang of Azra in the other room.
That's $30, it seems.
It's working. You're definitely breaking through. Finn, the door's locked.
Sorry about that. Is Garen around to help with this, or?
Garen checks
I
for
can help you
traps.
with it.
Yeah. There's no traps. Go ahead and roll me thieves' tools there, Paul. 21. This lock seems to be significantly less sophisticated than the other one. You get the sense that they both probably lead into the same room. And within a minute, you dexterously flick your wrists and you hear a click, signifying that the door is now unlocked. As you're doing that, Astra, you destroy this box, but you find inside is a wooden pipe. It appears to be a pretty medium-sized pipe, maybe about like 10 inches long. The bowl of the pipe has paint on it, and you can see what appears to be these very pretty sky blue circles, making a design around it in a ring. It seems to be pretty decently carved.
Is there a dispensary near here?
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell if this is magical?
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
What tablet?
Eight. 10 with your guidance. By just holding it, you can't determine anything.
Is there anything in it?
As you look inside the bowl, it looks like there's some kind of residue, but it's more slimy than it is like ash.
Just kidding.
You can use it if you want.
Blow bubbles with it. Maybe it's a bubble pipe.
Sure, I'll give it a
Okay.
see if it activates something.
Okay. You do see it actually begin to light up. It takes on a certain coolness in your hands. And as you try to use it, it doesn't quite work. You get the sense that you have to attune to it, but it is a magic item.
Hmm.
Okay.
For all
I'll take the
intents
pipe.
For all intents and purposes, this bubble pipe, instead of smoke, it will produce odorless bubbles. It has 3 charges. It regains all spent charges daily at dawn. While you hold it, you can expend charges to gain access to the following properties. You can cast Fog Cloud as an action for 1 charge. You can cast Misty Step as a bonus action using 2 charges. 3 charges, you can summon a steam method. I'm telling this all to you because
That's a really good one. That's good.
I'm gonna forget.
That is. No wonder that was locked up.
There you go. Put it in
Misty Step
Discord.
alone.
That's awesome. That's an old school item that existed in AD&D.
Called
Similar, anyways.
Galder's Bubble Pipe. We're just gonna call it Bubble Pipe for our game.
Okay.
But you won't be able to use it until you attune to it. So you basically have to whisper sweet nothings to it for an hour and tell it how much you love you. Tell it how much you love it. Yeah.
My baby pipe. Indeed.
Please. Yeah.
Attune to me.
Listen to the sound of my voice. Okay.
Bless me with a sweet word.
What do you do after that, Astra?
I will follow my friends.
Okay. 2 of you.
Find any gold in the toilet?
Boy, I forgot to check the toilet. You might want to do
We
that.
need to check the toilet.
Are you kidding me? Rich folks drop things down there privy all the time.
I don't want to know what rich people are dropping down there.
That's the last place you would look for, so that's probably where the best loot is.
Oh, Lord.
They will never, if they drop something down there, they're not going to pick it up. They might make somebody else pick it up.
I definitely wouldn't.
As
Come on,
Paul begins to look through the toilet, the door opens by itself.
Don't like that.
Invisible servants.
Which door opened?
The one
The one
right
to
where
the
I am.
room.
Oh,
Finn, as you're looking inside, you can see that this must be the master bedroom. You see an extravagant four-post bed. It's quite clear that this has been used recently. Blanket is tossed aside, and there are no signs of dust in here. You can see that there is a journal on the bed. There doesn't seem to be anyone in here.
Can I do an investigation to be sure of that?
I'll say roll perception.
Or perception, I'm sorry.
You're
Yeah.
fine. 14. You don't see anything.
fairy fire.
Do you cast
So
fairy
either-
fire?
Yes.
Okay.
To the room.
Okay. What does it look like as you reach over Finn's shoulder and cast fairy fire inside this room?
I look over. I'm like, careful, Finn. Might be horrible invisible things in there. As I take in a deep breath, as I breathe out, stardust begins to seep out, fly, and touch everything in the room, lighting up anything that might be hiding from our eyes.
Hey,
That looks so cool.
zombie. You have drawn the skull card.
Oh, great. I'm glad. I'm very happy.
This encounter is about to get a little harder.
Of course. At least I got all of my health.
So when she said it was a good card, it was a good card for her.
Oh, this is
That might have
from
been
a
a
previous
I was gonna
episode.
say, this might be a previous card, yeah.
Okay, you've got
Mhm.
some saved up cards, right?
Mm-hmm. I had a tracker at one point. I forgot to update it for this time.
I get
I don't
everyone
wanna roll.
select your tokens and roll for
No.
initiative, please.
Well, okay, that makes sense. I think in Finn's bite, originally he would have thought, oh, maybe I just said the magic word that secretly opens the door. But apparently not.
I would be right behind him.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh my! Is it
No.
the fella?
The enemy has rolled a natural 20 with their initiative, but you do get
Damn
a
it.
surprise round here. So
Sweet.
as you see this starlight encompass this room, it lights everything in this sheen of iridescence, and it washes over a humanoid shape. You can see it peels away what appears to be almost like chameleon-like skin, and slowly they bleed into view. It appears to be Rashlen, holding two blades and charging towards you. As this happens, though, they stumble back, startled. So you have a surprise round. Finn, you go first.
Sweet. Sweet, because I'm gonna do what I was since I get a surprise round, I was gonna do this. Finn sees him kind of like back up all surprised, and he's like, oh, it's already so sparkly in here, let's add just a little bit extra flair, and he throws his hunter's mark into his face.
Okay.
So
Very
he once again goes into his bag, throws out glitter, purple glitter goes right into his face. Can't see. And then, is that all I can do on my surprise round, or is that considered a
Nope.
bonus action?
It's a whole round. That's a bonus action. You have a regular
okay, that's
action.
what I thought. Okay, cool. Then I'll go up to him then with my great club, and do a bonk.
Okay.
Boop. 14.
Let's see. That is a miss.
No.
You bring your great club down, and you see that it barely whispers against their leather armor. You almost hit them. Whoosh. You crack it onto the floor beside them. You do have another attack, though, if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it again. Ha!
25 definitely hits.
Hold on. Do. There we go.
Okay, they take 10 damage as you whip your great club around and hit them. Ugh.
So, since I did a miss and a hit, can I reflavor the miss a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that, like, we were all caught by surprise with this. Like, they were surprised we were here. They were surprised the door opened. Oh my god! So I throw my glitter, right? So I don't have enough time to prepare my bat. So I go to try and hit him with the bat. At the same time I go to hit with the bat, he's like blinded. He's like, ah, and he dunks his head just soon enough before I can do the crack with the bat. And I'm like, oh crap, hold on. And then I swing around, and then I get him in the side of the face with it.
Yeah. Anything else for your turn?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Astra, you're up.
Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Spirit Guardian is how far of a radius?
15 feet.
That's really bright.
Portal low increases the damage by 1 feet. So that
Okay. Describe what this looks like again.
as you see the shadows expanding on the floor, you see 3 figures, 1, 2, 3, appear around Astra, and beginning to raise their hand. One is holding a shield. It's like a burlier shadow of a man. One is a light figure holding a hand crossbow, and one is kind of an average person holding a longsword.
Hey. The circle on the map there denotes a 15-foot radius around you.
And I will do this 5th level.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go and flank with Finn over here.
Okay. Anything else for your turn? Let's see, do they make this? You cast it. Is it on the start of their
Beginning
turn?
of
Okay. Excellent. Oh, it's your turn.
All right. Cole is going to pull out the Pearl of Power from his haversack, or the Riverstone of Power, and use it to get back one of his spell slots for today.
Okay.
And that's all he's going to do for now.
What does it look like as you're tapping into the power of this? You can flavor it however you want.
Oh, he pulls out the stone, holds it up to his mouth, and then makes fish sounds and kissy mouth.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yep.
Yeah. Excellent.
Until the power goes into his gurami face.
Okay. Do you want to move at all? You currently can't see any of them. There's a wall in the way.
Yeah, I think it's good that there's a wall in the way for now. So, because that guy's going next.
All right.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. It is the start of his turn. He must make a wisdom saving throw. Wow, that's a natural 1. Oh, sheesh. Okay.
So let's see. I rolled an 18 and a 13. So that is 31 necrotic.
Okay. You see he gets peppered by this damage. This is a grievous wound, a grievous series of wounds that would take down someone who is not as experienced as him. What does this look like with the spirit guardians doing all of this?
They're all work in unison. One is slashing at him, and as he dodges, the other one takes aim, shoots arrows at him, trying to hit his arms and such while he's defending, and then the other one with the shield is just coming and slamming into him.
Okay.
They're all working very, very in unison. It seems that the three shadows are highly trained and used to working with each other.
He takes all of this damage, all of these attacks, and then he swings around. Let's see, who's he going for? To Ben. And he brings out his blade, the short sword. 1, 2. What is your armor class?
Armor class is 15.
Okay, so the 23 and the 17 will both hit you here. I need you to roll me DC on a failed save. Go ahead and roll me Constitution.
Saving?
Yes, saving throw. Okay, you save. Okay, so you take a total of 15 piercing damage, and then 21 poison damage here. As these short swords cut across your armor, there's a sizzling as it eats away at the armor and begins to burn at your flesh underneath. He looks extremely fucked up in the wake of Astra's attacks here. At the end of his turn, you hear him give a deep whistle. Pull, you hear growling. This is at an advantage. 18
Oh no.
and then a 17. Do either of those hit you? Pull.
Oh, both of those hit me.
Okay. You see all of the sudden, from seemingly nowhere, these large, flat pads that end in barbs come whipping at you from the direction of where you had come. As you see, attached to them, strange creature, feline and low, with 6 legs, these 2 long tentacles that end in sharp pads. You take 18 bludgeoning damage and 7 piercing damage as there's a That's their turn.
I'll get rid of my temps, and I'll take 9 action.
Would you say the door the wall here blocks spirit guardians, or does it go past the door and around the corners?
I would say that the walls encompass the whole thing, so it will not go past the room itself. Well, I would say that maybe like it spills out into like this one here because the door is currently open. Okay, Finn, it is your turn.
Finn is obviously taken aback a bit. Probably falls back on the bed for a second, like with some of the piercings, since the build's right there. And he gets right back up. And he goes to bonk him with the great club.
Okay.
16 hit.
16 will hit, and I actually remembered that there's fairy fire on him, so it's actually at advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be 18 then.
Yeah, the 18 definitely hits. You do 12 damage here as you go ahead and roll
man.
another attack.
21.
21 hits.
5 and 3.
Another 8 damage. What does this look like as you hit 2 successful attacks?
I think that there is a part of Finn who is just getting sick and tired of like getting a bunch of big attacks and going down. And like these felt heavy. These felt like real heavy attacks. And it only like knocked over Finn a little bit, and he was able to kind of survive this. And so I think that there's a little bit of like a bit of like kind of like adrenaline rushing in him. And he's like, no, 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 I'm gonna make sure that I don't go down from this. I'm gonna make sure I don't go down from this. And then he like swings both of the shots. So I guess I'll say like both shots. One's like a really heavy shot to the gut, so he like bends over, and the other one's just like a really big slam to his back, and so he just wrenches back up in pain after that bat shot.
Ah! All right. Anything else for your turn?
I think that's it.
Okay. Astra, it is your turn. He is bleeding profusely. He's got these huge welts from these attacks that Finn has belayed into him. What do you want to do?
Well, then, I think it is time to put you down. Please go to sleep and don't make this harder on you. Because I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds on him.
Okay.
Let's make this at 3rd level.
Okay. 26 hits. 20 damage.
It's supposed to be at 3rd level.
Okay. It's more than enough. What does this look like?
Astra reels back a little bit, and the shadows begin to coalesce up his body to his hands into a claw. And he takes it, and he stabs him in him, but doesn't go all the way to like rip his heart out or anything, but fills him with this necrotic energy that drains his vitality. And with the wounds he already has, he knocks him unconscious.
He chokes on his blood and he will fall unconscious onto the ground here. Anything else for your turn?
I heard the bull getting attacked by something, so I will run in here and get in this beast's face.
Okay. Bull, it is your turn.
All right.
You see this creature that
Well.
looks like it has very feline qualities, but it's quite clear that this is not an animal like you've ever seen before. It doesn't even really seem like an animal. It seems like some kind of monstrous thing. You see that it has a very large, boxy snout and these fangs that can only be attached to a predator. You know without a shadow of a doubt that this thing is going to try to kill you. There is no reasoning with this.
Yeah, so that's why I'm going to try and polymorph it into something nicer.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. 16. Doesn't make it. What do you turn it into?
Well, I turn it into a proper kitten, don't I? Because that's what it's trying to be. If it was its true self, no, not all messed up with monstrosity. So I'll turn it into a nice little mewing black kitten with maybe a tuxedo front.
I drop Spirit Guidance, so it does not take damage at the beginning of its turn. Oh my god, that's so cute.
I love that.
Ready with that token?
So I was like, I've got a cat.
Uh,
I pulled that token out so
Oh.
quickly.
It's all ready.
So I was like,
It's
one
only
day
gonna
they're
last
gonna
for an hour
what-
though. So
one day they're gonna ask for a cat.
One day.
Spread the dying.
Now be ready. You see dropping down is this small feline that blinks around and it arches its back and it bristles and it hisses at the group of you, ineffectually batting at the air. What do you want to do here?
I spare the dying to make sure this man is stabilized.
Okay.
Is there a
We're
carpet?
gonna loot this guy's room.
Hey.
I roll them in the carpet in the meantime.
I was gonna say, yeah, we gotta tie
Gangster.
him up or something.
Okay. So Astra will be busy restraining him. Cole and Finn, if you want to investigate the room, go ahead and roll me investigation checks.
Yay. 13.
Okay. 13 from Finn. A 15 from Cole. Okay. Cole, you find what appears to be a cloak neatly folded and put into a drawer. It has this sort of purple and red diamond kind of pattern to it. And Finn, you find $279 gold.
Ooh. I went blank for a second on that. Do I find it like in a bag, or how is it in there? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it appears to be in several bags inside of the set of drawers over here next to the bed.
I'll speak loud enough for the group to hear. I'll go, well, he kept a fair fair amount of money laying around.
That's a lot of cash.
Well, I think the most important thing here is to take a look at that journal.
Mhm.
Let's look through
Let's
it.
start leafing through that.
Okay. It appears to be a ledger of some kind, bookkeeping of some measure. It is very clearly written in code. It looks like it's something that might take a couple of hours to crack.
Well, let's just take it then.
Okay. Who wants to hold it?
Put it in the haversack.
Okay. Paul, you can put Rashlen's encoded journal into your inventory.
Can the person fit into your haversack?
If they're small enough, but there's not air in there.
Can you take them out periodically? Might be easier to just pull head out once in a while.
No, he won't fit. He won't fit. I'm taking a really little person to fit in there.
Well then. Any of you have invisibility?
Nope. I could if I had any spells left at all. But I don't. I used it on this kitty.
As you say kitty, you look around and it appears to have vanished.
That's all right. I think except for that middle room, we've kind of looked through everything. So why don't we go and check out? When we go and check out the greenhouse and the tree, and then we're done with this place. We should get out of here before that kitty turns back into a big.
I think there is a beast left in there, or could have been that beast that attacked you.
Oh, did you see
Might be.
something out the window?
Like I said,
Still worth it to
I
go
saw
see.
a flash.
Oh, right.
Well, we'll be on our guard, but we should check it out anyway.
Fair enough.
Might be something in there. Looks like there's a lot of things in there.
Oh yes. Before that, let's check his pockets.
I'm gonna just pop
Okay.
it up over here.
You find 2 vials of poison that I think Garen would probably instantly
Instantly
yoink.
give to Garen.
Yeah,
Yoink.
you see 2 short swords and a light crossbow. Short swords have an interesting design to them. You haven't quite seen short swords like this before. You can see that the blades are slightly curved, but there appears to be an interesting groove along the side of them that it forks out like a snake tongue on both sides of both blades. They appear to be a matching set.
Do they look magical?
Roll me Arcana.
Take a look, guys. Did they seem magical to you too?
I don't know.
I can't really tell. Probably though. I mean, this guy Adam. Everything else in it was magical. Why wouldn't he have magical daggers?
Is that rich
and short
guy?
sword?
Right.
Okay. 13. They seem magical.
Well, we need to take these back home. I should be able to carry him. I have 1 hour of invisibility back to the ship. If I can roll them properly into it.
Yeah, you've pretty much rolled him up all snug and tight.
Yay.
We took everything from him. We took this man's, like, he's in his underwear.
Okay.
I took everything off because these types of people have, like, lockpicks, daggers, knives,
yeah.
all kinds of, like,
Oh,
escaping
yeah.
stuff.
Like, take
And
off
then-
his shirt and you shake it out and a bunch of things come out. There's like a ring, there's lockpicks, there's some piano wire. Yeah, absolutely.
And then while he's
Got, like,
basically
little daggers in
naked,
them.
I ask Garen to also check him out because he knows the extra hidden
you're-
places.
You're confident that he's completely disarmed and
The prison
He-
pouch.
and he's rolled up tightly like a blunt, like a good blunt.
Hell yeah.
My,
Let's go.
time to smoke this, smoke the rich.
God. Yeah. So we'll assume that Garen will help carry. But where do you want to go next?
I think we want to open this door down here. Get in the greenhouse.
Okay. As you move down, you can see this door is unlocked.
Ooh, downstairs.
Ooh.
I'll tell you right now, there's nothing downstairs.
All right.
There is a door that leads out into the greenhouse.
Probably where I'm gonna go.
Does he have some fine wine for the boat?
Yeah, he has some wine.
Hell yeah, we take some wine for the boat.
Okay.
Hell yeah, let's
Is
go.
18 bottles of a fine vintage.
Jeez. A lot.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Let's check for traps.
Garen checks for traps. There don't appear to be any traps on this door. As you're
Unlocked?
entering into, as you're entering into the greenhouse, you can see that there is a great collection of herbs and flowers and some strange leafy things, for the lack of a better way to put it. There are a number of pots strewn about. Can I get nature checks from all 3 of you? Actually, I'll roll for Garen too. Okay.
Can I perhaps use my herbalism kit?
Yes, absolutely. That is a 9 from Pull, a
Thank you.
25 from Finn. Garen didn't make it.
So +1, so
Godfather said, I love that everyone knows that Garen will check for traps upon entering the room.
Yeah, we've been using you to unlock stuff the
Yeah.
whole time.
I don't like role-playing people's characters, but I know for a fact that Garen would be checking, so I haven't denied you that much. Okay, so that's going to be a 24 from Asra. There's definitely... So Finn and Asra, you're both able to determine there are definitely various types of poisons in this room here. They are in their rawest form, so you could maybe harvest the materials, but with that 24, Astra, you get the sense that this is an extremely specific atmosphere and climate set up in this room. If you were to harvest the materials here, they're probably not going to last very long.
How long would it take for me to maybe make something with them?
Go ahead and roll me your herbalism kit again. Without guidance. Okay. With a 17, if you were to try to make a poison from these materials, it'd probably take you about 3 hours. It would require some distilling and some very detailed and involving processes.
Yeah, you have to
Might
taste
as
it
well.
every once in a while. Make sure
Yeah.
doesn't have
Just
too little salt or whatever.
Just
Yeah.
a little drop.
Gotta build that poison immunity by poisoning myself every day, every morning.
I've been watching Apothecary Diaries. Yeah, you just microdose yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I will harvest them.
Okay.
I'll make something for Garen later.
Okay. You carefully have to do this, so you definitely have to be in the room. Y'all can position yourselves as you like. Astra, this will probably take you some time, so it'll probably take you like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Yeah.
Not the worst. We still have some time on the kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Cole will search around for other things in here that don't require harvesting and are already made.
Okay. I'll say that you look around and it seems like this place has been cleared out. If there were any batches made, they must have been recently redistributed.
That's good.
Finn, you walk up to the door and it is not locked.
I will open the door then.
You open the door and immediately you can feel the night air on you. It is about maybe like 7 going on to 8 p.m. now. So there are some long shadows cast across this courtyard.
Is there that noticeable temperature difference when you walk out of a greenhouse back into like normal, like, yeah?
Oh yeah, it feels nice and cool. It feels very refreshing to finally be back outside. Can I get a perception check from you?
Sure. 22.
Okay. With that 22, you see in the shadow of the tree, there is a small shape and it goes. As the polymorphed Splacer Beast heckles and rears up. It hisses at you.
Huh, seems you found your way out here.
Pretty
Finn will just...
impressive.
Finn will just do like a walk around, like over here and over here by the tree or whatever, and just see if there's anything here that's worth kind of like looking at, investigating, seeing if there's anything we can...
As you get to about here, the creature starts like trying to paw at you. Hold on. You said you're going here.
Oh,
You're here.
I thought you were... sorry, I saw a thing go off over here, so I'm...
No, you're good. You're good.
Sorry.
No, you're so fine. Don't worry. So as you move to about here, you see that the cat is like clawing and hissing at you, trying to grab at your clothes.
Okay.
And accompanied by that, you hear 2 deep guttural sounds. As from the shadows appear not one,
Oh, great.
but two more of these creatures.
I think we found my skull card, everyone.
However, this is where we're going to end our session, as I have everyone
Boy.
select their tokens and roll for initiative for next session.
Yay. Yay! I got a 4.
Oh my god, you got a natural one. That's so funny.
You're
That's not
shocked,
great.
dismayed, appalled.
I'm not gonna roll for Garen. I'll let Garen roll next time we play. But yeah, Paul, you see these two beasts sliding out of shadows, and they begin to quickly make their way towards Finn. And that is where we will end our session for tonight.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you so much for my lovely cast members for joining me tonight. We're going to go around real quick, and please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of today's dungeon crawly, prowling through and finding all these treasures episode. And we'll start with Igneal.
My name's Neil Blazehart. You can find me on Blue Sky and Neil Blazehart. You can also find me here also every other Tuesday, where I play in the Humblewood campaign, where I play a golden pheasant wizard.
What was your favorite part
Let's
of today?
see. There's a few good parts. I think it's just the comical me smacking the box sound, and then they're just looking at the toilet, and on the background just like, why won't you open? And just hacking the wood box.
Here, I'm gonna roll a d20. If I roll a natural 20 here, Paul will have found something in the toilet. Oh, it's a 10. You didn't find anything in the toilet. Nothing worth
today.
putting into your inventory anyway. Thank you so much. We'll pop on over to John.
Hey, I'm John, also known as Andicarus on the internet. And tonight I played Pole of Ammonfort, who has just used up his last spell and now is faced with the family of displaced beast he turned into a kitten earlier. This is going to be interesting. Hopefully Garen's back with us and he can do what he does best. My favorite part of tonight was probably just this ending. This is a great ironic cliffhanger and cards gone wrong.
The greed got us. The greed. At the end.
Thank you so much. We'll pop on over to Zombie.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie. I am Z, or three names you like to call me. I am the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips, so that's up to your own discretion. Today I played Finn Carson, Ranger Researcher. My favorite part of today probably was also the kind of the cliffhanger-ish. No, you know what? No, I think my favorite part is the whole, like, the door opening. And, like, Finn going, why did the door? Oh, there's a person in here. Like, just the surprise of everything. Of trying to, like, do that. And for once, Finn took a lot of damage, didn't go down. And he's like, hey, I might finally have this now. Up until now, we've met these two. This is where I'll go down. But, you know, we'll see that next time. Yeah. So, we haven't really done much of this kind of thing where the entire episode, more or less, is just, like, digging around, finding cool stuff. It got you to use a couple of your, like, sun cards, so now we got all kinds of cool, like, little, you know, trinkets and fun stuff. I've got purple liquid that's tip is for sure not poison.
Yes. It isn't poison. I swear to God, it's not poison.
No, I believe you. I just like doing that because that's always fun. You can find me on Blue Sky right there, as I've been put in the chat, as ZombieFighter89. If you go there, you'll find a pin notification. In that pin notification is a Google Doc sheet of all of the different works that I've done where it comes to either clipping or whether it comes to highlights or promo videos. And if you like any of that stuff, I'm available to be hired. And if you enjoyed myself in this game, then I am lucky enough to be part of the other 2 Patreon games. One is one that was mentioned earlier of the Humblewood, where it is Leon Breeze. Sorry, I'm battling a bit of a cold, so my head's a little spacey. Where I play Leon Breeze, the wrestler there. Yeah, and he's gonna be doing some grapples in the next session. I don't exactly remember where we ended last time, but I think we were going back to camp with the stuff that we found with the egg, I think. So that'll be interesting to see what's going on with there. And then on the Wednesday after that, it'll Strixhaven, where I play Alexander Thum. And I'm so far undefeated, and I feel happy about myself. And I'm a good old wizard boy who's trying to learn all the wizardy stuff and all that stuff. And yeah, so I do promo videos for all 3 of those. So if that's some stuff that you like to see done, like putting little wacky sound effects or cool stuff into your videos, I'm available to be hired for that. Also, if you get a chance, because if you're watching us right now on YouTube, hello everyone on YouTube, go hit the subscribe right down there. Hit the like button or the little thumb will, rainbow and stuff. It'll be fun. Follow on Twitch, all that stuff. Follow Stella everywhere. They're always doing really, really cool stuff. Right now, there's a couple of other really cool shows going on, like Our Lives After, it's not Urban Shadows. What's the other one?
Undying Corruption.
Undying
I love
Corruption.
that you're doing
yes.
my outro for me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
I'm trying to promotion.
Oh.
But yeah, so it's like there's those 2 games running across with ours as well. Just to go support Stella if you've got the means. It is amazing. They are amazing, and you're gonna see all kinds of cool stuff on this channel. I promise you.
Aw, thank you. I do want to piggyback off of that. If you've been wanting to play in a TTRPG, but you're not sure, like, oh, maybe you feel a little shy, or if you're not sure if you have enough experience, we have a game coming up. The casting call is actually open right now. You can head over into our Discord at discord.gg/StellaLunaTV. We have a casting call open for Swamp Goblin Mysteries. This is a one-page TTRPG written by Wizard Styles, who's from the community, and we're just gonna host a one-shot, and anybody is more than welcome to come apply for it. And it's just playing a little guy who likes to solve mysteries, so it's very casual, very cool. It is an unpaid thing, so just to be transparent about that. But we are offering essentially, if you want to play and you're selected, you get goblin art. The person who was hired to make art for the TTRPG is also going to be doing art for our characters, so you get a free art commission. And also, I will help you sit down in a session, and I can help you build your TTRPG portfolio. So that is our alternate for payment, because it is an unpaid game. But that's going to be it for us. We will be back on the 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to go ahead and see what happens. Yeah. We might, hopefully, fingers crossed, have all of our cast members playing. But we'll see how that shakes out. Have a good night, everyone. Please stay cool. Take it easy. And we'll see you next time. Bye.